Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most popular superstitions that almost everyone has heard of, walking under a ladder. Have you ever avoided a ladder just because you didn't want to risk bad luck? Well, you're not alone. In this video, we'll explore the origins of this age-old belief, where it came from, and why people still avoid walking under ladders to this day. So, let's get into it and find out the truth behind this superstition. Superstitions are deeply woven into the fabric of cultures around the world, influencing people's actions, beliefs, and behaviors in subtle ways. One of the most enduring and widely recognized superstitions is the belief that walking under a ladder brings bad luck. This seemingly harmless act is avoided by many people, but the reasons behind this superstition are rooted in ancient beliefs and symbolism. In this video, we will explore the origins, cultural significance, and lasting influence of the superstition about walking under a ladder, and how the triangular shape associated with ladders plays a key role in this belief. The superstition surrounding walking under a ladder has ancient roots, dating back to various cultures that believed in the mystical and symbolic power of certain shapes and structures. One of the key elements in this belief is the triangular shape formed when a ladder is leaned against a wall. The triangle has been considered a sacred and powerful symbol in many civilizations throughout history. In ancient Egypt, for example, the triangle was a significant religious symbol, representing the trinity of gods Osiris, Isis, and Horus. The shape was associated with divine power and balance. Walking through or disturbing a triangular formation, such as one created by a ladder leaning against a wall, was believed to break this sacred balance and invite misfortune. Similarly, in Christian tradition, the triangle has long been connected to the Holy Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. In medieval Europe, the Christian Church often reinforced the idea that walking under a ladder, which forms a triangle with the ground and the wall, was a form of blasphemy, as it disrupted the symbolic representation of the Trinity. This notion of disrespecting or dishonoring sacred symbols is one of the key reasons why walking under a ladder became associated with bad luck. Ladders themselves have been symbolic objects in various cultures, representing ascension, progress, and the connection between the earthly and the divine. In some religious traditions, ladders were seen as a bridge between heaven and earth, allowing individuals to elevate themselves spiritually. For instance, in the biblical story of Jacob's ladder, Jacob dreams of a ladder that reaches from earth to heaven, symbolizing the connection between the divine and the mortal realm. Given this association, ladders were often treated with respect and caution. Disrupting a ladder's natural placement, such as walking under it, was thought to disturb the spiritual balance or protection that it represented. In the medieval era, where beliefs in magic and the supernatural were common, walking under a ladder was viewed as an invitation for bad spirits or forces to interfere with one's life. At the core of the superstition is the triangular shape formed by a ladder when it rests against a surface. In ancient times, geometric shapes were imbued with metaphysical significance. The triangle, in particular, has long been considered a shape of strength, stability, and protection. This belief spans across different cultures and religions, from the ancient Egyptians and Greeks to Christianity and Freemasonry. In many esoteric traditions, the triangle is seen as a powerful symbol. The upward-pointing triangle can represent ascension, spirituality, and balance, while the downward-pointing triangle might signify the earthly or material world. In magical practices, triangles were often drawn on the ground to form protective boundaries against evil spirits. Walking through or disturbing a triangle could be seen as breaking this protective barrier and allowing negative forces to enter. In the case of a ladder, the belief is that by walking through the triangle, you disrupt its symbolic protection and invite bad luck or misfortune. This association between triangles and spiritual energy may seem abstract, but it was deeply ingrained in the worldview of many ancient societies, where geometry and symbolism were believed to shape both the physical and metaphysical world. While the symbolic power of the triangle is one key reason behind the superstition, there are also practical and historical explanations that contributed to the development of this belief. Walking under a ladder can be dangerous for obvious reasons. A ladder leaning against a surface is inherently unstable, and walking underneath it could cause the ladder to fall or knock over the person using it. Accidents resulting from walking under a ladder might have reinforced the belief that doing so brings bad luck. In the practical sense, the superstition may have served as a safety precaution. In the past, ladders were often used in precarious situations, such as during construction, painting, or military operations. Walking underneath a ladder in these scenarios could increase the risk of injury or damage, leading people to avoid the practice for fear of both physical and metaphorical misfortune. The superstition of walking under a ladder is not confined to one region or culture. Variations of this belief can be found across the globe, often intertwined with local traditions and spiritual beliefs. For example, in some European countries, people believed that walking under a ladder could disrupt the spiritual connection between heaven and earth, inviting evil spirits to enter the space beneath the ladder. In the United Kingdom, this superstition has been widely observed for centuries. It was particularly prevalent during the Victorian era, when many superstitions were popularized. During this time, bad luck associated with walking under a ladder was often considered to extend beyond just physical harm, encompassing financial and social misfortune as well. In Latin America, there are similar beliefs about ladders. People in countries like Mexico and Brazil often consider it unlucky to walk under a ladder, linking the act to broader concerns about negative energy or spirits. However, in some cultures, remedies are also suggested to counteract the bad luck. For instance, crossing your fingers or making a wish while walking under a ladder is believed to neutralize the negative energy in certain cultures. In more modern contexts, while many people may not actively avoid walking under ladders for fear of bad luck, the superstition persists as part of cultural folklore and social consciousness. It is often shared as a light-hearted warning or joking reminder of an ancient belief that has lingered throughout history. While the origins of the superstition are tied to symbolism and ancient beliefs, there are also psychological factors at play. Superstitions often arise from the human desire to explain or control events that seem random or out of our control. Walking under a ladder might seem like an insignificant act, but if bad luck or a negative event follows, people may link the two incidents in their minds, reinforcing the belief in the superstition. This is known as confirmation bias, a psychological tendency where people are more likely to remember events that confirm their beliefs while dismissing those that contradict them. If someone believes that walking under a ladder brings bad luck, they may be more likely to recall instances when something unfortunate happened after they walked under a ladder, thus reinforcing their belief in the superstition. Furthermore, superstitions can provide a sense of comfort and control in uncertain situations. The world can be unpredictable and chaotic, and believing in superstitions allows people to feel as though they have some influence over their fate, even if that influence is symbolic. By avoiding certain actions, such as walking under a ladder, people may feel that they are actively preventing bad luck, which can provide psychological reassurance. The superstition about walking under a ladder is a fascinating example of how ancient beliefs, practical concerns, and psychological tendencies can come together to create enduring traditions. Whether viewed through the lens of symbolism, religion, or safety, this superstition has persisted across centuries and cultures, reminding us of the power of human belief in shaping behavior. Though many people today might not seriously believe that walking under a ladder will bring bad luck, the superstition remains a cultural relic, passed down through generations. Whether it's out of habit, humor, or a lingering fear of misfortune, avoiding walking under a ladder is a small yet significant example of how ancient superstitions continue to influence our modern lives. In the end, while the bad luck associated with walking under a ladder may be more symbolic than literal, the belief still holds a place in the collective consciousness. Whether you believe in it or not, the next time you see a ladder leaning against a wall, you might just think twice before walking underneath it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you found this exploration of the ladder superstition interesting. Whether you believe in bad luck or not, It's always fun to learn about where these traditions come from. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to drop a comment below. What superstitions do you follow? Or which ones do you think are just myths? If you really liked the video, consider sending a super thanks to help support the channel. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.